Welcome to the Get Published podcast, sponsored by Brodie Consulting Group. To get more information about our coaching, publishing, executive ghostwriting, and podcast production services, go to getpublishedpodcast.com. Hello, I am Paul Brodie, and thank you for joining us for another episode of the Get Published podcast, where we help authors get published with a proven system that works. And today, we're being joined by Sharon Porter, author of Women Who Lead, featuring school principals. Sharon, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much.
Well, we are thrilled to have you. Are you ready to begin?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right. Question number one. What is the one piece of advice that you would give to a first-time author who is currently writing their book?
I would have to say just write. Put your thoughts down. Don't worry about editing while writing. Make writing your first priority.
And what do you feel is the hardest part about getting published?
Well, for most first-time authors, is deciding, am I going to self-publish, or am I going to hire a publisher, or do I go with a vanity publisher or a hybrid approach? And I would just say do your research and find out what's best for you and fit your need.
And which route did you go with?
Well, I'm a publisher, so yeah. So I publish. I'm also an author, but I also publish. So I publish my own and others as well.
Well, let's talk about marketing. So please share a marketing strategy that you have used in your book launch that has worked well.
You know, I really believe that the magic happens prior to the book launch. So I think you have to create a buzz during pre-launch. I would say not wait until the book has been published before, you start hyping it up. Go on interview tours, coming soon, begin building relationships with future readers, join Facebook groups that align with your book topic and other author groups. Start utilizing your email subscriber list. So I would say all of the work that you do prior to that book being launched is incredibly important. So I would definitely say the magic is in the pre-launch.
Got it. And do you have any other pre-launch strategies you'd like to share?
Definitely. One of the things that I do always is set up a time that I will just send out little snippets of the book. I specialize in collaboration books. So Women Who Lead feature school principals actually feature several principals. And so we all did tips for aspiring principals. So I would send those out prior to actual, the book launch, and to really get people engaged and get them interested in more. And so I would just say, send out those snippets prior to even releasing the book.
Well, speaking of books, I'd like to know what is your favorite book and what was the number one thing that you learned from it?
Paul, hands down, it has to be The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So many learning moments in that book that actually changed the trajectory of my professional career as well as my personal life. If I would have to say the one thing, and I would just have to pick out one of the habits that really resonated with me, and that's put first things first. Really all about prioritizing, time management. That one really, when I first read the book, because I read it over and over again and use it as a resource, but when I first read it, put first things first is what resonated with me. So I would have to say that was the number one thing that I learned.
And for a final question, what is your favorite quote and why?
I would have to say John Maxwell's, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." I'm an elementary school principal, and as an educational leader, it's just important that I build those leaders, and I just think it does a disservice to know but not implement and execute and then share. So knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way.
Well, Sharon, I want to thank you for being a guest on the show. What is the best way for people to find you online?
Absolutely. My website, SharonHPorter.com, and across all social media platforms at I am Dr. Sharon, and Dr. Sharon is DR.
Well, Sharon, thank you once again for being on the show, and I wish you all the best in your author journey ahead.
Thank you.
Thanks again for joining us today. To learn more about how to get your book published with a proven system that works, grab a free copy of my book at getpublishedpodcast.com.